All right, well, welcome back to Luke 252. This is Bo and I'm Dennis, and hey, it's great to have you again. Hey, we just want to have from the very beginning, a shout out to U.S. Screen Printing. Brad Clark hooked us up with some shirts. They're looking good. It says faith can move a mountain. So check them out. They're right there in Albany, right around Broad Avenue. So thanks again, Brad. Hey, we're going to get started, and first we also want to thank Dual Threat. I mean, we just had our third session this past week, and we had a blast. And we want to continue to invite you. Hey, it's every what?
Yeah, every Monday night at 7 o'clock. We had a really good turnout, maybe close to 45 people. So thank you, everybody, for coming out. I think it was a pretty good workout, not too bad.
Yeah, I had a great time. Bo had us going around the stations, had your kettlebell buddy.
Yeah.
So it was a good one.
With you, yeah.
Hey, we want to jump right in and mention a couple of things. And one of the things we've been talking about over the last couple of weeks, and we're going to keep on talking about it, is a book that I read years ago by Peter Lord. It talks about hearing God. And just like Bo said over the last 2 weeks, was he's never read the book and he wanted to check it out. So he went, and what'd you do, Bo?
Right, I went to my iBooks and I downloaded the audiobook for, I think it was $10.95, and excellent listen. You can get those on Amazon used for $4.95, I think, for free shipping. You should get a hold of a copy of Hearing God by Peter Lord and read through. I mean, we can only give you bits and pieces of the book. It's a lot of good information in there, a lot of really good points.
Yeah. One of the things I want to kind of point out where there's 3 steps in the hearing God a little bit better, and one of those is kind of making a choice and an effort to set your mind on Christ. That comes from Colossians 3, verse 1. And it's so easy, man, to think about what's going on in this world and focusing on making more money, get a bigger house, get a better car, get what I call a real man's truck. And all those things are nice, and there's nothing wrong with them, but a lot of times it takes our focus off of what matters the most. So we got to make an effort to focus on things that will last. And the next thing is making a choice to exercise your mind to focus on God. And I kind of say it like this, practice the presence of God. And it's just a question that you may ask yourself. You say, well, how did I see God work today? How did I see God in where I was at work or what was going on around me? And a lot of times is this, the third thing is to use it in everyday life. And illustration I'm thinking about, I remember we used to store volleyball standards and volleyball nets in the closet. And you're supposed to fold that stuff up, but some people just get it and they wad it and they throw it up all together and it gets all tangled up. So I remember, and it was very frustrating. And so I was trying to practice the presence of God, knowing He's with me all the time. And I said, God, just help me to be patient and to undo this net and get it going. And it was just like, this kind of reset my mind to say, you know what? I'm going to get this. I'm going to take my time and I'm going to get it done. So use it in everyday life. So check it out, Hearing God. There's a lot of good stuff in there. So Bo, take it for the physical.
Right. On Hearing God, though, we do want to get your feedback. So if you do get the book and you do read it, send us a note, respond back and give us your thoughts on the book. Far as statue, developing, we have a goal we set a couple weeks ago. Dennis has set a cardio goal. We talked about running a 7-minute mile. For both of us, it's been a long time. We've run 7-minute miles, but 30 years ago. And it's going to be quite the challenge. Each day, we agreed that we would post a time. Now, Dennis, been running some little bit of a problem with that. Yeah. So give us an update on the goal, cardio goal.
I was really fired up about this goal, and I was saying, man, I can reach this in about a week, easy, I think. And so really the next day, it was. The knee started flaring up. Had a little swelling around the front of it, and then kind of set me back, so I really couldn't run or go up steps or something like that. And I'm going, oh man, I don't need to do this. Well, the next few days, I kind of iced it and took it easy, and it was starting to feel good. And so I hit a leg workout. That felt good. Then my daughter kind of pushed me in a heavy leg workout with some new exercises, and it kind of got it a little stiff. I went to the doctor, and he says I got to take it easy for 3 weeks on the legs. So kind of killed my goal, but yet, you know what? It almost makes me more determined. Hey, I'm going to get the leg right. Right now, it's nothing serious. I just got to take care of it. But I have a goal. I'm going to get back on it, and we'll take care of it.
You know, I think you mentioned something about a knee. If you had knee problems, I don't know if you might have set yourself up for that. But
yep.
We're going to continue to keep accountability for Dennis. You know, we're supporting him and his goal, 7-minute mile. So I'll continue with that.
We got to get it. We got to get it.
And I'll continue to post you should be seeing my post every day on my 7-minute mile efforts. Some days I'm, running pretty fast. Some days I'm walking. It's not as easy as I thought it would be. So it may take me a while. Okay, we'll move on. Personal development.
Personal development. I heard this the other day, and I thought it was pretty cool. It said it's hard to have a bad day that starts and ends well. And I had to sit down and kind of think about that. And one of the best things how to start your day is to get some sleep the night before. And instead of, a lot of times we always set the alarm to get up, but sometimes I think it would be a good idea to set the alarm to go to bed.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're one of those people, you may have a goal to say, all right, I'm going to be in bed by 10 o'clock because I got to get up kind of early. But yet you find yourself doing something else. You're watching a TV program or a ball game may come on, and next thing you know, it's 11 o'clock, 11:30. And you just lost recovery time. You just lost rest.
I get up at 5 every day, so my family will tell you that I'll walk away at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
9 to 5 is 8 hours, and I'll just tell. I just go to bed. I turn the light off. That's what I call it. I walk away, no matter what's going on.
Yeah.
Light goes off.
But
I go to bed.
there's so many things that are around us now that will keep us up. I was reading the other day, and it says something about the average sleep time before the light bulb was 10 hours.
10 hours.
After the light bulb, now to this present day, it's 6.3.
6.3.
So, a lot of things are keeping us up and not getting enough rest. And, it still says, the study says, you still need about 8 hours a day for a healthy life.
Right, absolutely. So, especially as you age, it's going to help you recover from your life. It's going to help your mental capacity. Yeah. You're going to be sharper. You're going to be able to get through your activities during the day much better when you're well rested.
Yeah. So that personal development, hey, make sure, kind of look at your rest. How much rest you get is very important. But also, I think that helps us in our personal development is to go deep. And there's kind of those 3 areas, again, that we always talk about. To go deep in your spiritual life, in your relationship with God. Kind of evaluate where you're at and say, what can I do to draw closer to God just a little bit more? And also physically. You may be at a certain level physically, but just don't be satisfied with that. But just don't go crazy and set something way up here that you just know you can't do. But what we always say is little by little. But also go deep in those relationships. Make time for your wife, your kids, your parents. That's one of the things that are hitting me here recently is, we're not going to have our parents all the time. And really, I think we're all guilty of maybe not spending enough quality time with our aging parents. So, just kind of keep that in mind. And I think it'll go a long ways. But in all this, going deep spiritually, going deep personally, and also physically, is really to make a plan and to take notes, because really you are living history. So, and then we're just going to go straight into relationships. Here's one of the things that we're talking about right here is unforgiveness. Through life, things happen. Yeah. When things happen, they usually involve family and those who are around you that you care about the most. And there are some hurt feelings. There are some words that I know I wish I can go back and just try to undo it.
Yeah.
But those words are there. So through this here today, I just want you to think about maybe a relationship that maybe you used to be close to this person, and right now you're sitting there probably saying, I can't even remember why I'm mad at them, but I am. And you know, it's good to always to be that first person to say, you know what, I miss our relationship and what we used to do together. Hey, let's get this thing right. So,
right.
Just the thing with that relationship, and think about it.
So we're going to leave you with our goal challenges. You know, we always want to be goal-oriented, because if you don't establish goals, you're not going to make any progress. I mean, if you don't set a goal, you're not going to move in any direction. You just, you know, you're going to wonder. So in your goal, your spiritual goal, we want to challenge you to get the book on Hearing God, Peter Lord. We want to get some feedback from you. Under your physical and development, we want to hear about, are you setting a goal? Are you going to get up and walk every day? You're going to see my 1 mile goal every day, or my 1 mile run or walk, or however I feel. 7-minute cardio goal, I'll post it. Some days it looks pretty good, some days not so much. Personal development, what kind of goal do you have? I'm going to be reading, I'm going to try to make it a personal challenge to me to read the 10 pages in a book that it's kind of a small goal, but 10 pages a day, every day. That helps me keep my mentally sharp. And in relationships, I'm going to try to make sure I spend that 15 or 20 minutes with the people I really love and listen to them. And when there is something that I need to forgive somebody for, I'm going to make it just a priority to find them, look them up, and just say, hey, this is why it went the way it did, and I'm sorry about that. Yeah. And I really, I'm trying to do the best I can here. And so I'm going to leave you with that. There's 4 areas of your life. Set a goal, work toward that goal. More than that, we'd like for you to give us some feedback. What are your goals? What are you working on? Yeah. You're going to see our goals.
Yeah, so let us know. And hey, look us up at luke252.net. And when this video comes out, hey man, share it. We want not only people in Leesburg, not only in Georgia, but all the way from California, all the way all over the place to hear, what God has laid on our heart. Thank you for your support, especially your prayers. And again, those around this local area, we love to see you on Monday night at 7 o'clock at Dual Threat.
Absolutely.
Right on?
Yep. See you next week.